To continue the conversation with me now is Pete Seat, former White House spokesperson for George W. Bush, and Jim Messina, former Obama campaign manager. Gentlemen, thank you both for being here this morning, and good morning to you. Jim, I'm going to start with you. What must President Biden do tonight to change perceptions about him and his will to sort of fight back really hard to keep Donald Trump out of office?
Well, I think that's what you're going to see him do tonight. You have the White House Chief of Staff saying you're going to see an energetic and focused president. And he needs to answer one simple question, which is, whose side are you on? You know, elections need to be choices. When I ran President Obama's campaign, I said to him all the time, if it's a referendum on the incumbent usually loses. If it's a choice, you will win. And that's the choice he's going to lay out in pretty stark terms tonight. But he's going to do it with optimism. He's going to do it with hope, because that's one place President Trump just won't and can't go.
I do want to talk to Pete about President Trump, who says he is promising to fact check in real time President Biden during the address. The irony, though, cannot be overstated here after Trump was clocked telling more than 30,000 lies over 4 years, according to the Washington Post fact checkers who tracked his speeches. Pete, what do you make of this new tactic by the president to try to do this on his social media platform?
Well, there's nothing new about it. It's campaign 101. Jim knows this well. Any campaign worth its salt has pre-written, ready to go, queued up, fact-checked content for social media, for press releases. And it's like, you know, Pee-wee's Playhouse. When you hear the secret word, boom, you hit send, and it goes out into the world. So there's nothing really new, maybe because it's going to be on his personal platform. There's something interesting about it. I would be more interested if he did this Mystery Science Theater 3000 style and was actually doing live commentary during the State of the Union.
All right. 3 years ago, the Capitol was under attack. Donald Trump was president. He refused to calm or condemn the violence for hours. And yet here we are with these poll numbers, and these are poll of polls, and all four of the polls that you're about to look at, Donald Trump is up. It's within the margin of error, but up in 4 points in two and 2 points in the other. Jim, is there something, after looking at this polling, and this is just a snapshot in time, but something that Joe Biden can do to begin to change these polling numbers tonight with his State of the Union speech?
Well, it's a perfect time for the State of the Union speech, because now voters are starting to grapple with the fact that it's going to be Biden versus Trump. Some 70% a week ago said they didn't think that was going to be the matchup. 80% that's not the matchup they wanted. But this is the matchup they're going to get. And so people are going to start thinking about, okay, how do I make this choice? And tonight really is one of the two moments that an incumbent president of the United States gets to make his case directly to the public, the State of the Union and his speech at the Democratic National Convention. So it's a high stakes moment for him to look at the country and say, here's what I'm doing to make your life better, and here's what the other side isn't doing. And I think that kind of contrast is what we need in this race.
All right, Pete, one of the people that is being brought to the State of the Union by the Democrats, by Biden, is someone who had to leave her state because her life was in danger, and she had to get an abortion outside of the state because of the laws there, the overturning of Roe versus Wade, and the sort of knock-on effect that we've seen, like the decision by Alabama Supreme Court that had an effect on IVF and stopped it there for a while. Is this something that Republicans are worried about?
Well, they should be. The Republican Party does not have a consistent message on the issue of abortion. But I think these guests up in the balcony with the First Lady and in the laundry list of policy proposals get lost in all the coverage. People are watching. This is a made-for-TV event. And what does that mean? They're not necessarily listening, they're watching. What do they see on that screen? And he needs to tonight assuage not just economic anxiety concerns, but concerns about his age. The good news for Joe Biden, this is a very body language friendly event, so he should be able to at least clear that bar for tonight. But I think American people are going to be watching more than listening to this speech.
Pete Seat, Jim Messina, thank you both for that analysis. Appreciate it.